Hi, everyone. I hope you are all having a great day out there. It's Wednesday, so you're halfway through the week. And depending on how your week's going, if you are stuck at home with kids at the house, you're probably really, I don't know, will it be any different on the weekend? At least you'll have different things to do, right? So I hope you are all out there staying safe, staying healthy. And this live today is about how to continue to boost your immunity so you can stay healthy. Obviously, it's not going to, boosting your immunity just means that you are able to weather any storm better. So even if you do get sick, you are able to recover better because your body already has a good baseline for being healthy and staying healthy. And here's the thing, I know it's a crazy time out there and it's really easy to get sucked into the fear or depression or anger or frustration. But a lot of what our body does chemically when we have those feelings, it actually changes our chemical response changes, the emotions change our chemical response, which changes our body's ability to bounce back. So if you're having fear, frustration, anger, depression, always reach out to someone who can help. But also try working on your mindset. And we're going to talk a little bit about how your thoughts can trigger your body's immunity. So to that end, let's talk about the first big thing that really affects your body's ability to weather the storm, and that is stress. Now, stress can be physical stress, emotional stress, biological stress. There are lots of things I could mean when I say stress, right? So we're going to talk about a few of those. Let's just start with the obvious one, right? Well, before I start with the obvious one, when your body is stressed, you have a response in your body, the cortisol response, which basically inhibits any other bodily functions from taking place. So your immune function stops when you're stressed. So the first thing to do when we're talking about stress is to manage your thoughts. So if you're feeling scared, if you're feeling worried, take some time out for yourself, take a few deep breaths. That actually triggers your body's parasympathetic nervous system to calm down. Those deep breaths literally change your body's, your mind's association with stress. So when you take those deep breaths, you force yourself to calm down. Your mind is getting the hint that yes, you do need to release that stress, and it's going to shut off that stress response. So that's the first thing. Another thing is sleep. When you're not getting enough sleep, that actually produces stress in your body. And like I said, when your body is stressed, it is not able to react to, say, any kind of foreign invaders entering your body, right? So make sure that you're getting enough sleep. It's usually said 7 to 9 hours for most adults. There are so few people whose bodies work well under 7 hours. So if you think you're one of those people, you might want to reevaluate. You'll know if you wake up all by yourself without an alarm clock and don't need any coffee, then you'll know that you don't need any more sleep. And I don't mean people who have insomnia or people who aren't sleeping for other reasons, but you feel great, you're all the time on 6 hours, you don't need a coffee or an alarm clock, then you're one of those people. But for most of us, it's usually around 8.5 hours. And the reason why I say 8.5 is because if you're getting a good night's sleep every night, you need about 20 to 30 minutes to fall asleep. So having a good amount of sleep actually helps your immune response. Let's see, I talked about thoughts, sleep, sugar. So if you've been following me at all, you know that I'm all against refined sugar. Refined sugar also stresses your body, and it causes sleep disruptions, and it causes a stressor response in your body because of those sugar highs, the sugar lows. Your body is just like constantly doing this. I got to respond to the sugar real quick because I got a sugar rush, and then you come crashing down. So that whole that process is very stressful on your body. So whenever you're starting to come down with anything, even if you normally eat sugar, just stay off the sugar as much as possible, because that having more sugar is actually going to make you more likely to get sick and stay sick longer. The other thing is exercise, which I don't love exercise. I do it because I like how my body feels, and I like the way it keeps my blood pumping, the circulation, like all the positive health benefits I get from exercise I love. But there are two things with regards to stress that it helps you with. One is when you work out, it's releasing tension in your body, right? It's actually releasing the stress in your muscles. So like, I know for me, if I get a stiff neck, or, if I'm hunched over at my computer all day and I get knots in my neck, going to yoga, doing a run on the treadmill, even doing some stretching, that just helps. But also when you sweat, you're releasing toxins from your body. And a lot of us have such a toxic environment anyway. I mean, we can't help the pollution. We can't help certain, some of the things that we're exposed to, but we can help what we put in our bodies, which we'll talk about next. But also just releasing any toxins, that good sweat actually helps get rid of those toxins that are in our bodies, which will in turn help you stay healthy. So once we've gotten all the bad stuff out, then we need to put good stuff back in, because it's great to take out the no sleeping, take out the sugar, take out the negative thoughts, take out the toxins. That's all great, but then you need to replenish your body with healthy things that are going to nourish it and allow it to maintain its optimal level of healthiness, right? Because our bodies are designed, they're like a machine, they're designed to be healthy. We just need to make sure that we do what we're supposed to do to keep them healthy. So there are a few different things that you can do to maintain that base level of health, or to increase your level of health. So first thing is probiotics. Whenever I go on a trip, I'll double up my probiotics. Normally I just have one probiotic pill a day, usually in the morning before I eat my meals. But if I'm going on a trip, or if I know that I'm going to be exposed to something, I'll usually have one in the morning and one in the evening. And you want something with between 30 to 50 billion CFUs, and about 8 strains, 30 to 50 billion colonies, about 8 different strains. And I switch up my probiotics every once in a while, because it's good to get different kinds of strains. And you can get, there's like Renew Life, there's Sakara, there's all different brands. And I just kind of hedge, right? Like I change them up every once in a while, so my body's getting different things, different strains, different colonies. And that way I'm just kind of getting the full range. I don't know if it's full range, but I'm getting a range of probiotics to help me. Then there are natural probiotics, right? So we have foods that naturally have probiotic properties, especially fermented foods. So the fermented foods are like kombucha or kimchi, one of my favorites, sauerkraut. I wrote a list. Kefir, miso, tempeh, and yogurt. Obviously, I do my yogurt dairy-free. But all of those things have natural probiotics, so having them on the regular in your diet will really help maintain that good gut flora, because gut flora is super important to having a healthy overall biosystem in your body. Gut flora, having a healthy gut really is the key to it all. So putting those things in your body to help it maintain that good gut flora. I keep saying gut flora. How many times can we say gut flora in one life? Helping it to maintain that nice level of good bacteria in your body really does help. So good bacteria is the key. And I'll be talking a little bit about that in a second. But some other foods that have good antioxidant and anti-inflammatory properties. One is raw honey. Raw honey has some good anti-inflammatory and antibacterial and anti-inflammatory. It has antioxidants, which is what that is. Elderberry syrup, which is a good version of antioxidants, because those prevent free radicals from damaging your cells. So elderberry syrup you can usually get from the drugstore or Whole Foods or wherever in a little jar, and you just have like a teaspoon or tablespoon in the morning if you're not feeling well, or if you're starting to come down with something. Obviously, fresh fruits and vegetables, right? Fresh fruits and vegetables have so many great vitamins, minerals, so many things in them that are helpful to your body. They've basically evolved to be put in our bodies, right? Like we've evolved on this planet with the fruits and the vegetables, and they have been put here for us to enjoy because they have all the things that our bodies need. Just make sure you're getting ones that don't have extra toxins put on them. So get organic whenever possible. Be sure to wash them thoroughly and enjoy. Turmeric. Turmeric has some great anti-inflammatory properties. Grab yourself a golden turmeric coconut milk. And if you're lucky, maybe I'll be putting the recipe for one of those in our site. So stay tuned for that. But turmeric's great. Ginger is great. Whenever I feel like I'm coming down with a cold, I will make some ginger tea. And all I do, and I'm not talking about ginger I'm not talking about ginger tea that's in a little packet already. I just take ginger root. I grate it. I have a little grater. I grate it into a cheese strainer, and I steep it in really hot water for about 30 seconds or so. It depends how much ginger root I put in there because it can be pretty strong. I'll add honey and lemon, and that's it. And you can add like sleepy time tea or something. You can steep that first and then steep the ginger, or steep them together. But either way, the ginger root's really good. The honey is really good. And of course, lemon. Any kind of citrus is really good as well. Citrus is really great if you're coming down with a cold or if you have a cold. Okay, turmeric. Basically, as I said, all the fruits and vegetables. Okay, I said that I was going to talk about antibacterial. So I know a lot of us right now are really big on washing our hands. Washing our hands with soap and water is great. It is perfect. We want to make sure we do it for at least 20 seconds every time. That gets rid of a lot of germs. And antibacterial wipes and not the lotions, but the gels. If you're using those are great if you're in a pinch and you don't have any soap and water. But the problem is they also take off your good bacteria, which we want the good bacteria. The good bacteria helps our gut flora. Let's use the word gut flora again. So you want to make sure that you're not stripping your body of good bacteria while also getting rid of the bad bacteria, which is why soap and water is usually the best, because it doesn't take away the good bacteria. Like I said, hand sanitizer is great in a pinch. And obviously you want to stay as healthy as possible. So I don't want to tell you not to use it. I'm just saying, if you have access to soap and water, that should be your first point of hand sanitizing. So overall, I hope this was helpful to you. I hope that you are all staying super healthy and not going stir crazy if you're having to stay home like me. But yeah, I wish you all the best. If you have any questions about this, feel free to do a little chat to me. But also, if you have any ideas or things that you would like me to talk about, I am certainly open to that. I just want to look at my notes to see if there's anything I am missing. Oh, I am putting together a spring detox. So it's going to be like a 2-week online program. If you're interested in that, please let me know. And let me just know how I can be of service in general. I know it's a crazy time. Tell me what you need from me. I hope you are all super well. Take care.